T-wave. All the pages are here. The only thing that might change now is the thickness of the paper. I got the swatch, I don't know what you call this, from the printers who I want to print my dust jacket with. I kind of want to go for the 170 gloss, but I also like the 250 gram silk. So I might ask if they do that one and see how much it is, and then just go for it because I think it will turn out nicely. Drinky, Burberry. So those are the pics. Cute. I have adjusted the crop of the cover. So this is the crop I'm trying. It's similar. You know when you've been staring at something for so long and working on something for so long? I'm at the point where I'm like, is this even good anymore? So I think I just need to take a break, like a week off from looking at it, so I can look at it with fresh eyes once it arrives. I also think my new iPad is coming this week. Oh, I don't think I told you guys. I broke my Apple Pen, so I'll film it later. I think there's like some noise going on in the background, and I'm gonna go eat dinner now. They both have their charm. Today I'm getting out my plushie box, which I haven't opened for like a year, maybe more. So these are all the B and C grade plushies. I'm going to be sorting them out today, and then categorizing them and probably labeling each one. This one has a hole on the side of his face. I do think if you are proficient with sewing, you could probably fix them up a bit. So it's definitely not too bad, but yeah, they'll be slightly discounted compared to the original price. Because I've not looked at these for over a year, I have fresher eyes. I think I'm a bit more lenient with what I feel like is wrong, because when I just look at this one, I think it's okay, pretty much. I'll show you the box. Here he is, the plushies. Oh dear me. Okay, so the majority are actually B grades. These ones are C grades. So the ones that are B grades will have the points mostly intact in some shape or form, and they may have slight embroidery issues. I'm gonna cut the extra threads that are coming off. This one also has a bit sticking out there. Don't know if you can see it. This one too. So the embroidery is a little bit off, but not on his face. It'll just be in like, usually that highlight area. And then others are just slightly kind of wonky, like this guy. Oh no, wait, he's got a little bit on his face there. His hair's on a little bit sideways, but I think he's actually still pretty cute. So a couple of these have issues with embroidery on the eye. This one. Actually, I think it's just the one. Yeah, he looks a bit like the Joker here. So this one's really cute, right? He'd actually be an A grade if he had the other point on his hair. It's really hard to categorize these and have you guys choose, but I'm going to do my best to take photos and have them accurately depicted. I always think they look cuter in real life than they do in photos. This one's cute. Yeah, each plushie is ever so slightly different. I think with the clothing, I'm just gonna have to do it at random because it would get too complicated otherwise. And I think most of the problems with the clothing could be fixed with just a needle and thread. And you can make your own clothing for him, or you could purchase clothing. Found my bags, and I do have shoes in here. Buckets are down there. Yeah, shoes. Actually pre-purchased some ones that I was gonna potentially use in the future for like a brick design, but of course plushies are just way too time consuming for me right now, so this is gonna have to sit on the shelf. There's also some problems with some of the bags, so some of them, actually a lot of them, have marks on them. It's very complicated. I don't even know, like the plushie is just gonna be here to haunt me forever, I think. It's tiny on the camera. I've lined up all the plushies. This always looks funny to me. I've decided I'm going to start with about half of the plushies and organize these, and these are the first batch that will go on sale. They are also the ones that will be the better of the ones I have left, so the ones with less defects, or less severe defects, I guess. I mean, none of them are that bad really, just, you know what I'm like. I've also organized the bags. There are a couple of these ones which have like the end kind of half missing on the back, but I don't think that's a big deal. But unfortunately, a lot of the bags that I will have for the second batch are not great, but I will show you those when I decide to open the last batch, because it's quite a lot of work, and I think for you guys who are also wanting to get the plushie, it might be a lot of work to go through 23 listings of like different plushies. So I'm just going to do it in batches, and I also think it works out better because I haven't really updated a lot, so I don't know how well these plushies will do, and so I think it's just for those guys who missed out the first time. So yeah, I'm gonna label each one now and take photos. I'm so not used to filming stuff. I didn't even think about picking up my camera. When I got it out of the box, I was like, whoa, it looks brand new. I'm so used to like my beat up iPad. I am gonna apply a paper-like. I don't know if I should just do that first because I'm eating my breakfast. I've been doing some studies every morning, so I kind of want to do that before I actually set this up. Still have to add the key plushies to a shop listing today and organize that and all the photos, but it shouldn't take too long because I'm still chewing. That one should take like a couple hours, something like that, and then I can just mess around with this. This is my Apple Pencil. I actually got them both engraved this time, but kind of in vain because you can't see it. Excuse me, you can't see the engraving at all, but it was a robot emoji. On the back of this one is a little alien emoji. It's tiny. Here is a comparison. So yeah, this is what I mean when I took it out and was kind of surprised by how shiny it is. Yeah, this has just been well loved. It still works. It's just kind of slow now when I'm using Clip Studio. I've been wanting to upgrade it for a while, but the ones previous to this one didn't entice me enough to upgrade. However, this one, because of like the color accurate display and all these other things, like the M1 chip, I was like, okay, I'm gonna upgrade. So I had pre-ordered this in, I think it was in May. The timing was just, I don't know, like coincidental, but let me show you what happened. This is my old Apple Pencil. It completely snapped. It had a case on and it was on my bed, and I didn't see it because my bed sheets are white. I put my knee on the bed and I just heard this like huge snapping sound. I was like, oh shit, what is that? And found out it was my pencil. I believe you get two in case you mess one up. I'm generally pretty good at applying these, I like to think. Go in with confidence. Oh, that's cute. Some artwork. Their branding's on point though. It's really nice. You know, I'm the type to just wing it and then watch the video one after I fail. Oh. Sorry for my unironed shirt. Okay, fine. I watched the video. There we go. Not too bad. Time to try it out. Hello. Currently organizing the questions I get from my patrons for our not bi-monthly, but every other month Q&A draw with me's. They're like the Q&As I used to post on YouTube, where I just draw and like answer some questions. So I'm just in the middle of organizing the questions. I tend to like think about the answers beforehand just so that it makes it a little bit easier. This is the third one, so I've been doing it for a few months now. Yeah, they usually end up being about an hour and a half so far. They're not too hard to edit. They're not like vlogs because it's just one continuous clip, so I don't have to do that much editing. So £3 a month, but the videos only come out every other month. So I knew I wanted to price it quite low, but not have to do one monthly. Yeah, so I knew I had to set a pace that would work well for me. So I do want to add more tiers to my Patreon eventually, but at the same time, I don't want to add too much workload. If it becomes too active where I have to sink a lot of time into producing things for Patreon, then that's when I know that it's not gonna work, because like I always knew that I didn't want to structure my Patreon in that way. And the whole monthly thing just kind of stresses me out. Yeah, I like how it is right now. I think it's working out. And I really appreciate everyone who supports me there, because everyone is just, I don't know how I have that many patrons, but thank you. I hope you enjoy your stay on the Discord and enjoy the draw with me. I'm gonna film on my iPad this time, and I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Probably just faces, because I realized how wonky my faces are. I mean, I always kind of knew, like, my faces are just very, they're a little weak, but I don't really mind it too much because I don't think it has to be perfect. But I could slip into old habits quite easily if I don't take notice. So maybe I'll just do some faces, yeah. I do have this. But yeah, this is pretty much the complete version. If this is the paper that I'm going to be printing on, it prints out differently to the sample I got last time, which is the 150-gram recycled paper, and this one's 170-gram recycled paper. Because I took out all the misc pages, they're very similar in thickness, because this top one has thicker paper. Should I give you a flip through? There you go, that's a flip through. I'll be posting a flip through on Instagram. But yeah, I kind of realized something about vlogging, that it is more of a hobby for me. And now I've coined the term hobbyist vlogger, and I'm just like, yeah, vlogging is my hobby, and I just do it for fun when I have some time and when I feel like vlogging or picking up the camera. And yeah, I think it's a good approach. My highest priority is still making it fun for me. If something isn't fun anymore, I start questioning why I'm doing it. Obviously, at least the things within my control, because I do believe that it may be hard to make certain decisions because you are afraid of the impact that would have, but in the long run you may regret not making that decision back then, because you still be stuck in the same place that you were unhappy with. But I also, yeah, don't like to take things too seriously, which is probably why I just take certain routes. I'm kind of more interested in like what might happen or what could happen, the potential of what could happen. Okay, one little tangent, okay, one really big tangent is that I kind of realized, like, with the internet and everything and how we consume media and YouTube, I realized that I stopped looking inside for a lot of the answers that I used to just trust myself with. It made me realize how little input, my own input, I put into certain decisions I'm making, just instinctively, because I am the type who does research everything. Okay, so for example, there was a time for a while where I was just feeling very disorganized and needing like help. I guess I did need the help, to be honest, but it got too excessive, where I was looking up like planning systems and like all these like types of videos that teach you how to set up a Zettelkasten note-taking system. And then I was thinking, like, am I even suited to having this type of system? Because when I was actually like a student, like, I already had systems that I had evolved from back then, and I just used what was at hand, because there weren't any of these like fancy apps, or there wasn't like people teaching you on YouTube how to organize your life basically. And I still managed to kind of piece something together that suited me, and it was like a trial and error thing. So then recently I was like, wait a second, I never needed somebody to tell me how to sort this stuff out before. All I needed was some time to kind of plan out and figure out what works for me, and to use that intuition, and just as long as you know that you're getting things done, then it doesn't matter what system you're using, really. And so I realized, like, okay, so there is no reason to hunt for the best system and like to watch these endless amount of content, and just to see if you're gonna find the best app or whatever, or like the best way to do something, because it might not work for you anyway. So it's more of a like hands-on approach, like just go in there and start doing it, rather than like somebody who just watches from the sidelines and like reads all the theory but never actually goes on the field to play. yeah, I'm kind of trying to do that for everything. So even with art, I'm like, wait a second, I never had to like watch a million videos on how to draw this thing to teach myself how to draw in the first place. Like, why am I doing this? It's just because it became a habit, I guess, over the years. Like, don't get me wrong, some art stuff is useful, but at the same time, how much of that am I actually applying? Like, how much of that am I actually sitting down to apply during my study sessions? Isn't it better to just set out your intentions and figure it out that way? And I feel like I do learn better using that method, like my old method of just looking at something, drawing it a couple times, drawing it from memory, and just trying to replicate it without looking at it again. And that is the thing that makes me improve faster, I believe. Yeah, just thinking about ways I can do this myself instead of having to have that external guidance necessarily. I'm not against taking courses or anything. Like, I've taken quite a few online courses the past year, and it's good to get someone else's perspective on how they do things and how they work, because it can inform your own. But I think there is a fine line between how much you're just kind of letting other people tell you what to do versus what you actually want in your work, and how you actually, what kind of like style or art or like process you want to produce and make and curate for yourself and for your life, because ultimately you're the one living it and you can't really rely on how other people live their life. So it doesn't make sense to always be looking outwardly for those things. I feel like that's a really obvious thing to say. Like, maybe I was in like denial over how much I was focused on trying to find a different way that was not my own way, because for some reason I just couldn't trust my own way, even though at the start of all this I knew what I needed to do, like just instinctively, like I knew what I wanted to do, and I just based my decisions on what I thought was good. I think it works out better that way. Yeah, this was a nice warm-up to the Q&A that I'll be filming now. And yeah, if you like this type of really abstract random babble, then I do a lot of it on the Draw With Me's. Okay. I'm using my new tripod, but it's really high, so I don't know how this is gonna work. You can see my studio is in such a mess right now. It means it's packing season. By the way, I bought a label printer. This brand, it's not sponsored. I bought this a while ago. Like, it's just been sitting there collecting dust. I haven't had the chance to set it up yet, so I'm hoping to be able to do that today, because I will be packing the Q+As. So thank you everyone who adopted one. This is mine. I bought clothes with him. Cute little outfit. So yeah, he is looking forward to his new home. Please excuse my hobo look. I really want to get my hair cut soon. Maybe get bangs again, but I don't know yet. It's weird, like, coming out of lockdown and things being normal again, because I just don't know how to be a human being in society. Well, that's not entirely true, but you know, it just feels weird, like making an effort. But yeah, I kind of want to present myself better anyway, so it's probably something I should be thinking about, especially if I'm vlogging again. I think vlogging also helps me not become a total slob, so that's nice. But yeah, these are the labels, some of the labels I bought for it. I bought address labels, but I also wanted to see if I can make return labels and packaging stuff. Packaging, like circle labels, return ones. So we'll see. I'm hoping to save ink with this thing, because like my current process is actually pretty good. I'm quite happy with it, but oh gosh, my camera lens. Wow, what happened? Okay, that does not look good. Sorry, I'm just noticing something on my camera lens. It looks like it's been melted. But yeah, I bought this. It can hold a roll of labels so that the printer will just, well, in theory it holds a roll of labels so that the printer can just go around and around like this. But I need to find space to put these things. So I'm gonna clear my desk right now and see what I can do and rearrange. and I do have quite a few updates, but I will update you along the way. There's just a lot of shop stuff coming, and I've been waiting for the books to arrive, but I've been held up because Mixam's response time has been really slow lately. I don't want to be like super pushy, but at the same time I'm like, it has been 5 days. Just spent 2 hours trying to make a label and then realized that I can't even print the image that I wanted to print on this type of printer. I've tried to also include the custom label so that some of the fields have already been filled out. However, if things get sent with standard mail, I have to use these ones which have barcodes, so I don't really know what to do about that yet. I'm just gonna see if I can print this the right size. Oh, see if it works. Wait, was that a print? Well, that didn't work. I don't know. What do I do? What do I do? I'm just gonna have to figure this out, aren't I? I'm gonna try it this way. Okay, that did not work. Do I have to restart my computer? Okay, I think I figured this out. If I put it on black and white, maybe it'll work. Because I was printing like with the colour settings. Oh wait. Sent it to the wrong printer. Oh, no, don't. Okay, I'm gonna do a test thing. This should work. I think it's just something to do with my computer rather than the label printer itself. Oh, okay, that did not work. Oh shoot, I should have tested this earlier. Okay, concerned. Right, let me see if I'm doing something wrong. Got nothing to do with how I've installed it. I really don't want to deal with this. I should have tested it when I first got it, because it's been probably about a month and a half since it arrived, and so I don't know how likely they will believe me. I hope it's just I'm doing something wrong and I don't know what it is. Maybe I'll do some research. I did 2 minutes research and I think I found the problem, although I'm not entirely sure. So apparently with the printer, because it has different label sizes, you have to like pinch these apparently together so that it fits. So that's probably it, I hope. And then I'm just going to calibrate the size. Yeah. Oh shoot. Okay. Oh my gosh, no. Ah, there you go. A little bit of research can help you out a huge deal. Oh, that was terrible. So this is what the form looks like. It's super blotchy and not that clear. At least I know it's working. Change the darkness of the ink and how quickly it prints so that it's more clear. So I finally printed the address this time. Stop. Oh my gosh. I'm not good at this, am I? It's the worst. Well, it wasn't too bad. So I've been fretting for the past week about Sketches 2020, the printed version. I ordered a second sample in the end with 170 gram paper instead of the 150 that I had before, recycled paper. And I was really surprised to find that the paper types were actually very different. I like both, but the textures of the papers are so different that I was really concerned about my file because I had formatted it to correspond with the original 151 that I had. I think I would have to optimize it slightly differently if it was to be printed on the 170. And so the final batch will actually be litho. The paper isn't the same as digital printing paper. The guy at Mixam I was speaking to, he didn't really have an answer for me, so I just suggested that if they could send me samples of the litho that they have, I can just take a guess and see if I can figure out if it is the same paper. But from these it's really hard to tell. Like I feel like it's not like the paper that my book was printed on. I'd have to check the digital one. They have so many paper types now, it's crazy. No, this one, it would be. I mean, I do have a blank page. It does actually feel kind of different. So yeah, here I am just fretting over the paper. Yeah, I think I will just reformat the files. I think with litho anyway, the colours are going to be less vibrant. Yeah, it's really hard to tell. Luckily I like both, but they're just very different, that's all. Like the darks are really hard to get right on this recycled paper. So I have to be really careful. I'm not going to wait any longer. It's already been held up now because of all of this. But luckily the production time isn't that long. So I'm going to try and see if I can reformat everything today and get it sent to print tonight. I mean, the pages were done a while ago when I ordered this sample. I managed to release the digital version last week. So thank you everyone who picked up the digital version. I hope you enjoy it. I do feel like it's nice to see it in the digital because everything's so big. But yeah, it's a book that is very casual and personal to me. I feel like you can read through it in a way where you get to know my characters, or also like how I think about stuff. There's a little bit of writing in it, like just me with my thoughts as usual. And I hope you enjoy it. I've let this one sit for a while. It's been about over a week since I got this one. So looking at it now, I can't really notice all the things that I first noticed when I even got it about changes I'd want to make because the files aren't as fresh in my mind. So either way, I think with whichever paper it is on, I'll be happy with it. And yeah, I do like the uncoated look. I think it adds to what this collection is about. I've been editing the vlog, which will probably be the one before this one because I think this one will have all of the Sketches 2020 stuff, like the physical book and when it arrives. Yeah, I'm in a little bit of a limbo state this week because Sketches 2020 is finally arriving on Monday. I hope there's no further delay. It was going to be on Friday, but they told me that they needed an extra day. I just got a bunch more envelope samples and thought I'd just show you. When I bought envelopes for Sketches 2019, it was just like the worst decision ever to keep them because like to not have tested them beforehand before buying like the whole batch of them because the book didn't really fit inside, so I had to like modify each order, and it took me like probably twice as long to pack, maybe 4 times as long to pack an order than it would have otherwise. It really prolonged the whole pre-order packing situation. So this time I want to make sure I kind of make it as easy as possible for myself. So I've bought different types. I've been sitting on a few already and I was pretty happy with one of them, but there's a little bit of an issue because I have increased the paper weight of the final and I do think it's going to be a bit too thick for the envelope I did like, so it's this one. Initially I had this one, and a box. So the box is nice, but it's a little big, so the book would shift around and I'd have to like pat it a lot, and also I'd have to make each box, like fold it, and that would take up more time, so I was like, maybe not the box. This one is not that sturdy. It's okay, I think it would survive to be honest, but I think I want something a little bit more robust. I'm gonna just wrap up the sample I have because I think the thickness will be more or less the same, or actually final will be a little bit thicker than this, so if this is too thick for any of these then it means that the final just won't work. So it'll be coming in the biodegradable bag that I get from Ecographed. These are made out of plant materials and cornstarch, I think. I do believe these ones are 100% biodegradable because there's no plastic in it whatsoever. And I found a really good size. It's like a 8x10. My book's 180 centimeters. It's a weird size. I really like this size, but yeah, it's non-standard. I think I mentioned this, but yeah, you get a random UV card. You'll get a business card. I was thinking of printing a new business card, but I still have quite a lot of these ones left. And if you added it, you'll get a loyalty card if you don't already have one. And then you'll get the 2 hollow stickers. These ones. So those are the perks. I also redesigned the dust jacket and I sent that off yesterday, and that's coming tomorrow. Super fast service, and I'm a little bit nervous about the colours. Actually, I'm very nervous about the colours because the last time it printed it was like, this is the last one. It's very light and also the colours are less saturated than they should be, but yeah, we'll see. I kind of boosted up the saturation. I really wanted to get a spot UV or something like that on the cover, on the dust jacket, Oh, I didn't mention, but I did opt for the dust jacket in the end. I managed to make it work somehow. I'm just happy that I could try this out. So there will be a dust jacket included. So I'm just gonna wrap this now. Ta-da. So there is, so noisy. So if I try this envelope, okay, yeah, it just doesn't fit out at all because of the thickness of it. So luckily I only have one of these. I think I have 10 of these, so I can use these for something else like prints. But this one I really like because it's so easy, but the book's a bit too thick, just a little bit. I've kind of totally broken in the envelope because of the amount of time to test it is. So I can pull it out easier than I would have otherwise, but if obviously I'm gonna just be packing orders the one time, it's very difficult to actually get this in and out. So yeah, that one is a maybe, but this was the leading one. And it was a bit risky, and I was thinking, do I print a lower weight? Like, do I print 150 gram instead? It really is a dust jacket that kind of adds on top the extra thickness. It's very minimal, but it makes a difference. And so I thought, okay, I'll just go scouring the internet and see what else I can find in terms of envelopes. And I found some alternatives, and I decided to order some samples because I was thinking, okay, I can risk it and order these ones because they look like they will fit. But from past experience, I was like, no, I shouldn't risk it. So here we are. I had to order a sample pack with envelopes that I wouldn't use for the book, so I have like a lot of extra envelopes. I realized the book is pretty much like a 7-inch vinyl, almost. Very similar size. This envelope is probably too thin, but it comes with the sample pack, so I might as well try it. And yeah, it doesn't fit. Yeah, because it's just way too thick. This is for like one vinyl, but they have envelopes for where you can send multiple vinyls, so I was hoping that those ones would accommodate for the thickness. Yeah, they also have 12-inch vinyl envelopes, and I'm just not going to use these. I'm probably just going to cut them up. So this was the one I was really hoping that it would accommodate for the thickness, and it has a really easy like mechanism. Ooh, I think it does. Look, it has to be 1 centimeter. So maybe try this one. Oh. I could make it work because I could just tape across the corners, because then you see there's like a tiny little gap. But it wouldn't, like the corners wouldn't get damaged because the card is like protecting it. If it was exposed to rain or something like that, it could go through there, or water, so I could just tape them. But yeah, that was really fast. Like, this is a nice one, and it's like really hard and like sturdy, so I like this. I like this a lot. So I could just tape it like that. It wouldn't take that long. But then the other one I bought is also for a 7-inch vinyl, but it's a bit more finicky, I think. So it looks like this, but you can wrap a lot of vinyls. I think this is for multiple vinyls mostly. Up to 15 vinyls. I can't remember how they did this. Is it like that? Oh, it's over there. I don't want to bend it. How did they do that? I'm gonna go watch the video because I can't remember how to make this work. Give me a second. Okay. This is what it looks like. I don't know if you're meant to rip it off or not. It looks like you are, but I don't want to like do that and then realize I'm not meant to. I'm gonna risk it. Oh, I see. Okay, look. You have to bend it like that. Okay. And then you do this. And then you go like this. Okay, that's not gonna work. I think it's thicker than a large letter would be. Let me check it. Okay. Yep. That ain't gonna fit. So I guess this one's the winner. Yay. I'm kind of really unsure what to do with myself because I got an email from Mixam this morning saying the books are actually going to be arriving today, Friday the 16th, instead of on Monday. So I've just kind of been sitting here while I'm waiting. I'm just like really excited, but also kind of anxious and nervous about Everything, even though every time I print books with them at a big scale, nothing goes wrong, or nothing has gone wrong for the past few years, so I think they'll be fine. It's just, yeah, you never know with these things. And I've had kind of bad luck with the whole manufacturing stuff, so I'm pretty anxious, but in a good way as well, because I can't wait to have the books and I can ship them. But the other thing is, I was meant to get the dust jackets today as well, but I don't think they've been shipped, so I imagine they're running late. I made the dust jacket because my patrons who had the pre-sale were able to add on a little doodle for their book. I will be doing doodles for them on the dust jackets because I didn't want to risk potentially spoiling a whole book by doodling on the cover. I'm just like not that confident. But like with the dust jackets, I ordered a bit extra. But I'm gonna practice before I even attempt them, just to loosen up a little bit. Man, this whole week has just been really busy, but I haven't been able to work on my own stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of tired, but my mood is getting me through it because I'm in a good mood. Oh, excuse me. I haven't been sleeping well lately. It's been going on for a few months. But yeah, I just wanted to have a clip before the books arrive, and hoping somehow miraculously the timing of the books arrive whilst I'm filming, but it's probably not gonna happen. So I might as well just get on with some drawing. I was thinking of drawing downstairs just so I could wait for the books. I guess I could show you. I was drawing because I couldn't sleep last night. It's kind of bad because I don't want to ingrain the habit of waking up in the middle of the night, but I also just can't go back to sleep. So what I do is like I'll draw for like an hour and then I'll get sleepy enough to be like, okay, I can actually kind of fall asleep, not completely, but I'll be dreaming. So I know I'm dreaming, so I'm like half conscious but not. It's really weird, but yeah, anyway, I will show you what I was drawing last night. There's like, I do like the new iPad, but I still prefer the actual border, like the size of the old one. Like I can hold it easier when I'm drawing in bed, and I don't affect the screen as much, whereas this one, the borders are so thin, like it's just hard to hold. Alright, I was drawing like a height chart, but not official yet because I'm still figuring things out. I've been saying it for years, like that I will make a character sheet for my OCs, but because I can never settle on my style, I'm always feeling like it will be an outdated reference for me. But I'm at the point where I'm pretty happy with my art, and I like how my characters are looking, so I think I'm just gonna make their style sheets anyway. At least their designs will be set in stone in terms of their features and the things they wear, because I want to actually design a whole wardrobe for each one of them. So I think that would be really fun. But I'll start with John and Q and then I'll move on to Block and Brick a bit later. But I drew all 4 of them this time anyway, because it helps my brain kind of compare them. I haven't drawn any of their features, just the silhouettes really, the poses, but I'm still unsure because, yeah, they're very like standard poses, but I wanted them to be standing in a kind of way that the heights are measured, like comparable, instead of having like different poses where it's more difficult to compare the heights. But yeah, I think Brick is like cute. I guess I can work on that. Did I show you my bookmarks? Probably show you when I get new sketchbooks, which I ordered very recently, so I'm hoping they'll come in August. I mean, probably September, so I don't know what the state of the vlogs are gonna be. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about all the plans that I have going forward, and the last year has been really hard with my family. Things have like really changed the dynamics, and I was in a caring role I still am in a caring role right now, but it's been tough. It's been a really challenging experience, and to balance everything that I do as well with all of that on top of it, all of that responsibility, it's made me mature a lot more. And yeah, it's just been really tough, but I think I'm in a better place now after having to go through this thing. And I'm coping with it a lot better, and I think I'm really optimistic now. Like I'm kind of back to, I feel like I'm back to where I was feeling last year. Like I was feeling like it was the right time for me to move on to my other projects, but I then fell ill, and then all of this other stuff happened, so now I was just like surviving for a long time. I mean, I already had planned to take that break, so in a way it kind of coincided, and I didn't have to feel like I was behind with those things, which I'm really grateful about. And I'm really thankful for you guys who are still supporting me through my shop and through my Patreon, or still look out for my updates and stuff. It still blows my mind because I realize like, oh, I haven't actually been very active, but there are still loads of people who care about what I'm doing and actually go out of their way to message me or to I don't know, to like support me, I guess, which is amazing. I'm always so grateful for that, and it's helped me keep on track because now I'm like trying to find solutions for the problems we have right now, and so that I can continue doing this work as well at a good pace, because I can't keep up with what I'm doing right now on my own. It's just not realistic, and I'm only like one little person, and like I was saying before, the last vlog I uploaded before that huge break, that I was already doing too much, but I still had to go out of my way, I guess. What is that? Someone's deciding to hoover right now. I hope that clears some stuff up if you're wondering what's been going on with me. But yeah, I'll update you when the books go. Literally went downstairs for like 5 minutes and the books are here! Good timing. Sorry, Musty. Hey. Oh yeah, great, I'll just open the garage for you, thank you. That's great, thank you. Bye. This palette is taller than last time, but it's a lot smaller. It's the same amount of books, but it's smaller because the book itself is smaller. So here we go. I got a knife this time, prepared. And it's still pretty hard with one hand. It's this futile. Okay, I really need scissors. Oh, I'll just pop you here. I'm confident that they checked me and that they're happy with the quality, so I think they will be good. A little bit worried about colours. So much plastic. Oh, okay. Always holding my breath. Whoa, it's warm. So this is the cover that will be under the jacket. This is the back. My standard lilac colour these days. I should be doing this in the dark garage, but dang. It looks really nice. The darks are actually really good. Not too dark, not too light. Not flat at all. Yeah, wow, such a big difference. I'm glad I didn't tweak those pages. Yeah, the colours are a lot less vibrant. Kind of my favourite page. Oh, it's so good! Sniff sniff. Can't smell it amongst all this plastic. Oh, it's so nice. Thank you, Mixer. I'm so pleased with it. Can't wait to send it out to you guys. It's great. Oh wait, I haven't checked the spine. Yep. I'm so happy with that back cover, wow. It's a bit off-center. Yeah, I put it off-center. I'm really pleased. I'm just gonna process it and I will talk to you later about all my thoughts, and I will also be starting to pack things soon. I need the dress jackets, but soon. So soon. Can't wait.